Number 1. Add a back to idle frame. So this is an early version and we are going to see a combination of punches to see what I mean. Let's do, for example, from idle we move to a left hook. As you can see, this is the left hook, and then let's move to a left uppercut. Have you seen this? What the weird rotation the player has done, and this is something that we don't want, right? Because this doesn't look natural. One solution, it could be like, yeah, you can put the mix down to the minimum, and when you do this kind of combinations, okay, you are mixing the attack, but it looks like a frame by frame mix, right? And we don't want this because we are using a spine. So let's use another version. Let's see another version and you will see the solution. So this is an early version of the prototype, and you can see that there is a lot of changes. For example, the point of view from the player to the enemy. And here we are going to see that we have the same problem. For example, if we do a left hook and then we do a left uppercut, you have seen that the player has done this movement that we don't want in the game. So what we can do, as I told you, there is one solution that you can do. For example, if you do a left jab and then a right jab, everything looks fine, right? But if I show you that a left hook and uppercut, things are getting not the way we want it. So what we can do, imagine that we do a left hook, okay? But we want this left hook, we are going to put in the final frame of this movement, we are going to do a back to pose, back to idle, okay? So let's see this left hook that finish with back to idle very fast, okay? And then if we do the left uppercut, is ready. Take in mind that we are doing with 15% of speed. We are not doing at 100%. If we put this at normal velocity, you will see that is not noticeable by the player, right? For example, the left jab with the idle back to pose, you see that it looks smoother. If we do, for example, boom, you see that it looks good enough, and then if we do the left uppercut, it's ready. Obviously it's not going to be that fast, but we can play with the speed, right? Okay, so here we have an example. I have an animation, a right hook punch that consists in 11 frames, and the last frame I add a back to idle position. You see that right hook finish here, and then he's going back to idle to do another punch, okay? To be ready to do another punch. So there is like two options here that we are going to see. Let's see first the animation so you can see how it works. Okay, it doesn't look bad at the moment, but if you look closely, there is like a big problem that we have. The problem that we have is the arm, that I make it like longer in order to be aligned with the lines, the outline that I have made for the player, okay? So when the player, if we put this like the minimum, when the player is going back from finish the animation to idle, let's see what happens. Look at the shoulder, and this is the problem, okay? That this could lead to a problem. Also, for example, if we will do another punch, okay, this will be seen by the player, okay? What we can do, there is a very easy solution that, because we are doing like fast animations, we can do the trick that is as simple as that. Just select the last frame of the animation and put a step transition, and what it means that he will just change and not move the skeleton, won't do a linear transition. It will stop and then change, okay? And this is good news because we won't have like weird transitions. So this is a solution. Guys, if you know another solution of how to work between frames, it will be good to hear, because I haven't found another solution to control the bones to go to another position the way I want it. This is the solution that I have come with, so maybe you have another ones, okay? Number 2, know when to swap. So let's see this with an example. We are doing a left jab, the player is doing that, okay? And you can see that the left forearm, we are talking about this, is not in the position, right? So we only need to rotate. So we are going to rotate it, okay? But of course we need to lock the bones, and we put it here, and then okay, we put it here, more or less, okay? And then we have a swap image, okay? We have from here to here, we swap the image. You can see here, okay, in the top sheet. So let's see this as slow motion. Let's see what is happening. So here you see this frame by frame and you think that that's okay, but actually it's not, and let's see why. We move this, no problem, and you see that from frame 4 to frame 5 this is going bad, okay? And here we don't have a easy solution, and you can tell me, okay, this has like an easy solution, and we go to frame 4, we key all the keys, okay, and then we just step the transition. And this is actually not a good solution. Why? Because as you can see, it's going to stop, and this will have a consequence in the entire animation. This really rough transition. Let's see like in a normal speed, so you can see that something is very weird, and this is not what we want. We are trying to be like as smooth as possible, okay? So let's see the solution. So the solution for this is very easy. You need to choose the right moment to swap the images. Why I'm swapping the images from frame 4 to frame 5? Why I'm doing this swapping when I can do it before? Because the torso and the head are blocking from the player to see the swap action, okay? So we need to be aware of this. So it's very easy. I hide all the unnecessary things for you to be concentrated, and as you can see, not all the images are connected because I don't need it. Here we have the torso and the head blocking the view, okay? So let's see. Here we have the left arm idle, and let's transition instead of frame 5, let's put it to frame 3, okay? And just rotate this in the right position more or less, and here we also rotate in the right position, and here we have it in the right position. So now, because of this solution, this is not seen by the player, the swapping is done. And if we do like let's see here the torso and the head back, so no, this head, as you can see what is also, let's put the right arm, so you can also see right arm, right idle. So okay, so let's see this now, and you will see that now the transition looks good enough. As you can see here, is not seen by the player, okay? This is not seen by the player. Remember that we are in the slowest speed. So remember to try to switch the image in the best moment. In the moment that maybe for some reason, or is like very fast and you can change in that moment, or maybe it's blocking, some images are blocking and it's easy to change. It's like a magic trick, right? Something that can help you not to have these problems is you can try to copy the translation of all the images that are attached to one bone. And what you can do, for example, I have this glove, this glove and this glove, and I want them to be in the same position, right? So what I can do is just simple, very simple, just go to translate, Control C, and then go to the other one, go to this one and Control P, and attach in the same position, and then Control C again, for example, go to here and attach, okay, the translation. So if I go here, you will see that at least they are in the same position, but this is not something that you can do, for example, if you are playing with, let's say, arms, right? Because arm has like different images size, so you need to be aware of this, that not always you can do this. Number 3, have a spine per thinking way. Okay, so let me show you. I'm animating a hook, okay? So I'm using my spine thinking, okay? And when you are doing a hook, as you can see, this part is seen, and then when the curve is going up, this part is seen, okay? So for the enemy, when he was doing a hook, let's see how I resolved this in the spine in just one image. So as you can see, this is the right glove for us, okay? And we have another image that is the right glove uppercut back. And this simulates, this image is a mesh, and simulates the moment that maybe the glove is going up or is going down. Let's see in the animation. Let's go to right uppercut, for example, okay? Let's first finish the, let's go back to idle and hide this, okay? So we can see better. And let's go to the uppercut, and you can see how it works. So we are doing the mesh, we are making like he's closing the glove, okay? And then this is a swap image, and the right glove turns red in order to indicate that he is going to attack. And then we are putting this image, and you can see that here is like the perspective is showing the last part of the glove, okay, the black part. And then what I need to do is to hide this image. I do a mesh and I hide it, and when this is going to go up, what I'm going to do is to modify this mesh in order to this part to be seen, okay? So this is why I mean that it's very useful, for example, to do to have a spine way of thinking, okay? So guys, I hope these advices have been useful for you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye.